Hello, Greenwood. Welcome to another episode of Talking Greenwood with Mayor B, or as the millions of people on Twitter are now calling it, hashtag TGWMB. I know that's trending on Twitter now. After 2 episodes, it's just blown up. But I want to come and talk to you today about the Index Journal. They are celebrating their 100th anniversary on February 6th. The roots are older than 100 years. The Index Journal is a product of the Greenwood Index and the Greenwood Journal coming together for their first edition, February 6, 1919. And in honor of their 100th anniversary, I Googled the top 10 moments in Index Journal history, and I'd like to share those with you. I Googled it, a completely unbiased poll of the top 10 moments in Index Journal history. So here we go. Number 10, November 8th, 1988. As you can see, Lakeview holds their election for president in conjunction with the national election. And the students there, Dr. Skinner from Lander came and spoke to us. You'll see some familiar faces. Kelly Mathis right there, front and center. And Lakeview basically decided the outcome of this election. On a side note, just a random thought, just want to let everyone know that it was stylish to wear a reindeer shirt, even in early November. Number 9, May 28th, 1989. As you can see here, Braxton was among the Memorial Day Challenge winners. The Petrus brothers both did well in the Karate Challenge at the Greenwood YMCA. Right here you got Jared Goff, apparently before he was a Super Bowl quarterback, was second in forms. And Chris Crawford was first in fighting. I'm going to have to ask if that's the same Chris Crawford I know. But anyway, I also thought I'd throw in there that John McDowell should have won the highest award in photography for his work in 1989. Moving on to number 8, October 29th, 1989. Believe it or not, the Strikers won the U13 YMCA championship in soccer. Although I think that's probably a misprint, had to have been under 11. It was an unbelievable moment in Greenwood's history. More familiar faces. We see the Garvin brothers make their first appearance in the countdown here. Number 7, July 8th, 1990. The Gliders finished second in their swim meet behind Limestone. And I understand there is still an asterisk next to that one in the record books, how Limestone came out on top. But we see cameo appearances here by Nick Anise, straight front in the middle, Ryan Griffith, and I even see my little sister Whitney front and center. Number 6, July 16th, 1990. I know everybody remembers this moment. One of my good buddies and college roommate, Charlie Lloyd, rocking a hair helmet here. This date is important because it is generally recognized as the first modern instance of fake news. Number 5, as reported on July 21st, 1969, the moon landing. Okay, moving on. Number 4, I know everyone remembers July 14th, 1991. That's when the Dixie Youth All-Star Team in baseball was named. There were some questions regarding birth certificates for Steve Rice and Kedrick Spearman. As you can tell, they were both taller than Coach Billy Dean Minor at the time, despite being 11 or 12 years old. As you can see from this, the boys were playing in a tournament in Ware Shoals. This is really the first instance of a team being named the Dream Team. It's also, this team was, that tournament in Ware Shoals was compared to the game, the Miracle on Ice, because Ware Shoals upset Greenwood in that game. Word on the street is that a rematch of that game with the original players is in the works, and that Greg Perkins is making replica Greenwood hats for that game. Okay, moving on to number 3, August 4th, 1993. I know everyone remembers where they were on that date when Vince Coleman of the New York Mets was charged with a felony for tossing dynamite outside Dodger Stadium. Crazy. He was fast, but That wasn't his best moment there. And the Index was criticized at the time for how they characterized the achievements of our youth. But moving on to number two on the list is May 11th, 1997. Emerald High School, brand new high school, won the state crown in tennis. That was a big moment. That was Emerald's second consecutive state championship. I know everyone probably still has a copy of the Index from that date. And so, for the number one moment in Index Journal history, Benjo from O'Doyle Rules, give me a drum roll. Well, look at this. September 22nd, 2002, they finally decided to report on me because I married my beautiful bride, Tara Brexel. And look at this. I was lucky enough to share the page with Miss Marianne Anise and her husband, Michael. So thanks for taking a walk down memory lane with us. This was a scientific poll taken for the top 10 moments in Index Journal history. I'd like to thank the whole Burns family, St. Clair, Mundy, Allison, Richard Whiting, Adam Benson, Damian Dominguez, Wanda, Alex, David, Skylar, all the folks that have come and gone before that. Congrats on 100 years, and look forward to celebrating the next 100-year anniversary with you. I read you every morning, as do thousands of folks in the Lakeland, so we appreciate what you do.